Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend in the market. It's October 13th. It's a Monday. We had a bit of a sell-off crash on Friday, and hopefully you're rested from that. Oftentimes we'll get consolidation after such a big move, and we did today, but the consolidation after such a large move, once the volatility is increased, is a large range. Large range of chop. So yeah, this is Eric's 30-minute chart. He's SPY day trading on YouTube. So this was Friday's sell-off, and lots of big moves in there. Tons of volume. Ivy pumped, big gap up today, and just building liquidity here underneath the 20-day moving average, which is red. I was actually gone most of the day today. So Ivy's going to be higher. Range is probably going to be larger. You can expect big moves, even in small moves. I mean, some of these candles just in a normal chop are like a point. That's like half a point. That's not today. That is today. Yeah, I wasn't here for most of the day, so the chart is a little bit foreign to me. Looks like we completed the inverse cup, but failed to have continuation and completed this cup. Little handle here. Could have maybe grabbed a trade there. Certainly there's some trades in here. This is Emperor's chart. He's also on Eric's Discord. Certainly a couple trades in there for sure. Not sure where I would have traded this. Maybe I would have caught this one as resistance. Still kind of looking for this handle, but yeah, or this break. One of these maybe. Probably wouldn't have caught this one or this one. But when I came back like right about here-ish, and I just wasn't quite ready. I saw this head and shoulders, and I actually was looking for this retrace. Let's see. Is that this one? No, it was further. I wasn't here for this. What time is that? 1:50? Maybe I was. Yeah, okay, so I was. It did this little retrace, and I almost got puts in there, but I'm like, well, this thing could honestly just keep grinding up all the way to here potentially, and so I didn't take it, which I'm fine with. It wasn't a perfect, great setup, and this could have still found this as support, this pink, right? Because it broke here, and we were already above high a day, so cup closed. Looking for continuation to the upside here. So this very well could have found support here, so that would have been the whole range, which I guess would have been fine, but yeah, kind of in a reverse wedge there. Anyways, came down, didn't quite make VWAP. I was looking for, well, yeah, so actually on my, it's a red day for me on my big account. It's really dumb. These are the days you got to be careful, like size down, because the contracts are moving crazy. You know, just the slippage getting in and out, you're 10%. So it seems like every trade I made, if I entered puts here, it somehow wouldn't be green until like here. And this was just red and less red, less red. So yeah, getting good fills, and yeah, you got to be careful. So anyways, I didn't catch this move. Let's see, where did I come in for some action? I did see this little head and shoulders. I didn't take it. I don't know why. Let me see what I took first. I took one trade on the small account. For some reason, I didn't have hardly any buying power on it. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe on Friday I used more buying power than I should have, and so I'm like restricted. I'm not sure. So I was only able to do like one contract. That wasn't until 3 though. So I did have trades before then. Breaking the blue here, could have grabbed it. Had this shoulder liquidity. Lacking continuation today, so didn't complete this cup. So that's bearish, or just showing that's in a wedge. And yeah, and you have a nice little mini head and shoulders right here. I can't remember. I'm not gonna repeat the big account. I remember one trade down here I did take though. I don't think I took this anywhere in here. I did chase this thing though. When it broke, so it broke out of the teal and into the blue. It looks like he moved it now. But the teal was it here? Somewhere was breaking into a steeper selling. It was maybe here. I maybe got puts here and then just got all messed up. Because it came back in it, and that was the first loss, and that's like, it's ended up being like 20% or something in such a hurry. Okay, where are we? Oh, okay, before that, never mind. That was right here. Yeah, this was it. Okay, because it kind of happened same thing happened again. So right here broke out of this pink into a steeper one, and this is where I got puts on this retrace, and then it came all the way back up, and I'm like, oh, so this was a quick bad red trade. As you see, because when it does that, that's usually a good sign to go long or go short. And because it just broke this big blue, that's what it was. So it broke the big blue. Okay, now I'm remembering. And I was looking for kind of a retrace. It kind of retraced, but it wasn't very clear, so I didn't catch that. And then it came down, and then I jumped in there because it had broken this really bullish controlled selling, and it looked like it went into a steeper bears controlling the selling, and the volume increased right there. So that was like maybe a little stop hunt that got me. And then I potentially flipped long here because of lack of continuation. Yeah, I did actually. The brokerage was actually going really slow. Fidelity Active Traders actually sucks. If you're actually active trading, it's not for you. So I think I did actually go long here. Yeah, but not good. I'm not gonna review the trades. Not in the red, not on the big account. This is more for a small account. And then it did it again here. Let's see, where did I even do it? Okay, so it did that. Yeah, so I remember that happening. Oh, okay, and then here, this is where the brokerage really froze up. I had to close it down, restart it. I got calls here, I thought. The reason I got calls here, here's VWAP, this blue line. Basically because I'm kind of expecting a lack of continuation. Like, it doesn't mean it can't complete the inverse cup on the whole day, but we're nearing end of day here. It's like 3 o'clock, and it had just been selling in this blue. Oh, this was actually super annoying because I had puts in here and I think I closed them somewhere. Yeah, I got puts. I'm ending up reviewing all my big account trades. I think I got puts on this. I can't remember, but I got them somewhere, and then it just started grinding. And then I remember this green candle stopping me out. Super annoying. Where did I get those? It wasn't a great entry. I was maybe on the break of this blue, and I was waiting for a retest, and I got in somewhere here. But regardless, there's this green candle stopped me out on my puts. And then just from here to here, it was like over 100%. So yeah, I mean, this is 662.78. 61. Yeah, that's 1 point, and that's towards the end of day, like last hour. But anyways, selling in this steep teal, and once it broke it, that's when I wanted to go long. So it broke it here, retested, and I tried to get calls there, and I did actually. It just didn't show me. So I'm like scrambling around, getting on the web browser, trying to see. I'm like, oh, I did open calls. I sold one here, and then I had this red magenta was here. And so when it broke that, I sold another one, and then my third one. What happened with my third one? This either stopped me out, or no, this was actually a green trade. I think I maybe landed that one. I can't remember if I stopped out here or if I closed it at the top of pink. But then I did get puts up here actually. Yeah, I was over trading. Sometimes if I don't have much time in the market, I just end up over trading. And after I go surfing, I'm mentally, I don't know if I'm like just way too relaxed, like dopamine or whatever, but I'm just like too relaxed. I've noticed it, so I have to be very careful if I'm trading after surfing, because it's like, yeah, I think I'm just too relaxed and not caring to focus and don't have patience, and just kind of like, whatever, man. So yeah, maybe that was partly affecting my mental state today, but I did get puts up here for that resistance, so I caught that little trade. Wait, what time is this at? 3:30? Oh yeah, this is the one. Okay, this is the one I did on the small account actually too. Maybe it was just a small account. Man, I'm late on that. So I got it at 3:25. I kind of wanted it here. Oh yeah, I wanted it here, and I was trying to get in, and then my brokerage starts saying, "Oh, error! Like you can't." And I'm like trying to read it really closely to make sure, because you don't want to, when you have buying power, if you're day trading it, you don't want to use more than what you have available, because then they will put a restriction on your account. So if you have $100 in your account, and let's see, when would this apply? Yeah, okay, if you have $100 settled, but it's $150 in your account, you could open a position for $150, but you can't close it that same day because it's unsettled. So you can open positions with unsettled funds with cash accounts. You just can't close it the same day until it's settled. So, yeah, basically it was saying I only had a little bit that was settled. So there's my trade today. So that's what made me get a delayed put right here was just the warning and whatever. I'm like, oh, this is weird. I don't know why. Maybe something on Friday I did wrong. Anyways, got to put there, and even just this tiny move. I mean, if I got a better exit, of course this magenta wasn't here at that point. I was waiting for this to break. Really, I was waiting for a VWAP. I was hoping for a VWAP, but then I was like, if this breaks, I'll close it. I think that's when I did. Yeah, it was on this candle, so it kind of faked me out, but it's close to the same exit as there. That was 13 cents to 18 cents, so I don't know, 20 something percent. Did I say 100? This was not 100, but this was a pretty good trade. In here was definitely a couple 100%. The big account, I don't think yeah, it's just frustrating because it's like just a few bad trades and you're at your max loss so quickly on a day like today. Because they just go against you so fast. The range is big, the IB is high. And it's annoying because it's like there's such nice range bound trades today, like simple just support and resistance types trades and trading in the range. Not a good day for breakout trades for the most part. I did catch this one right here, actually. I don't know if I mentioned that. Yeah, this break, I caught this. Oh, okay, this was actually whipsaw. This was bad. So on the big account, this is my first trade, I remember now. I got puts right here for this as a resistance. For this inverse cup completing, and this being a handle, and then this just being a resistance with a nice tight stop. It just melted up through there. I'm like, okay, whatever. I guess I was wrong. I closed it, and I'm like, well, this was the last one, so I'll flip to calls, because it's breaking the last controlled selling of the bulls. Flip to calls, it comes down. I'm like, maybe this line is just off a bit, because this looks like a nice little mini head and shoulders for potentially the top of this range. Of course, it closed the calls, flip back to puts. Yes, this all happened. Flip back into puts right here, and then it does this double doji candle. I'm like, on the support. I'm like, is it really retesting? Because I was waiting for a retest. I was literally like, I'm gonna get on the retest. I was like, I'm gonna get more. But these candles, just the amount of loss that you have from this one candle, from the slippage of entering, it's just crazy. It's like 30%. So mentally, I should just size down. Would have helped. So I didn't want to add more. I was just over it. I was like, this is crazy. Something's wrong. Maybe it's just gonna grind, because it looks like it's breaking out and it's retesting. But then it also, in this moment, it looked like maybe his charting was off a bit, and this is just a little mini head and shoulders building. So flip back to puts. It came up. I'm like, oh crap, this is actually retesting. On this candle, I flipped out of puts, got back into calls. No joke. So bad whips on here. Held the calls through here, and this was actually a pretty nice green trade if I had just not got whipsawed like 3 times in there. I almost added actually on the, let's see, on this magenta or on the blue, I can't remember. I didn't end up adding, so I was like already mentally a bit compromised with the whipsaw. This one I closed the last one on this red candle, so that would have been a nice spot to get puts. Where Emperor got it. Nice little mini head and shoulders up there I saw, but so I was already kind of in calls. I don't know. I just saw this little wedge here, and I guess I thought I'd wait to get puts. I don't know. But nice range today. Tiny green day, I guess, on the small account. That's kind of what we're tracking. Hopefully the buying power is fixed tomorrow. I got to trade somewhat lightly this week, though. My time on the computer is very limited. Got other stuff going on. So we'll see tomorrow if I can get a trade off in the morning before I've got other stuff going on, or sometime in the middle of the day or afternoon. But yeah, I do want to review this, because this is, I mean, just breaking of this magenta red, or this magenta buying channel, with the lack of the cup closing, with the little mini head and shoulders. I mean, for all those reasons, it could be a nice trade. I guess I was just seeing limited risk reward with this blue being a potential support, but too often that just keeps me out of a trade that I should get in and has more continuation. So he has zone of mutual interest, head and shoulders, which is this little head and shoulders, blue resistance. This blue resistance right here, teal precision. Yeah, the precision helps, because then you can have really tight stops. And I guess it did break that blue. I don't think he had that blue in there at that point. No, he just had this one, which is fine, but it's just, yeah. I mean, this little mini head and shoulders is, for me, that's my cue. Lack of cup closing, mini head and shoulders, and then breaking this red one, which I think was there at that point. Potentially, if I wasn't already in calls that I was like managing, I would have been more clear-headed to just grab puts there. I don't know. I just saw this wedge. It just quickly got formed, and I guess I didn't want to take it. But that would have been Lovely trade. I tried to catch it again, yeah, down here. I think when it accelerated. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money Sticks around. We'll see you on Discord or see you tomorrow. Peace out.